Good evening, Mohammed. How are we doing? I'm
Fine,
going to
sir.
introduce
Good
you
evening.
to EmSAT test. We will learn about kind of overview of the test, getting ready for the exam. As you can see, EmSAT stands for the Emirates Standardized Test. And we will know the objective of this course is about to identify the facts about the EmSAT, to review EmSAT English Achieve student booklet. We're going to navigate the different sections of the EmSAT, and we will learn where to find additional resources for reliable practice and preparation for the test. Okay, Ahmed, I think we're going to spend like a few more minutes going through the pages of this guideline. Student guideline. What is the Emirates Standardized Test? As you see here, what instructions and information you need to know before you go through. We're going to know about the importance, the benefits, required subject of EmSAT, targeted candidates, and so on. Well, let's get started. EmSAT is a set of standardized electronic tests based on national standards for measuring and evaluating student performance in UAE. And it's important because it supported decision makers, university admission, placement purposes, and monitor the effectiveness of schools. Also, it's important because it monitors the quality of education system, programs, interventions. It guides the development of individual students and describes student learning, student performance in the United Arab Emirates. The benefits for grade 12, of course, you can enroll to private or government state universities. Well, also you can apply for scholarship outside the country. Required subjects are English, math, Arabic, and physics. These are the four basic subjects which are listed on the EmSAT. Target candidates, of course, United Arab Emirates, and even non-Emirati students, expatriates. You can go through this. I'm going to give you a link to download this and to know more about that. Okay, here are the dates, EmSAT registration dates for year 2021. For example, we are here on, we are in May. The next day is supposed to be 29th of May, but I think, you know, you said you have a test scheduled on 24th of May. I wish you good luck, man.
Yes.
Well, what about chapter 2 is very important. English preparation course practice material. First of all, we will know about this different sections of English EmSAT Achieve English test. I want you to watch with me like 4-minute video about the different sections and the description of the EmSAT Achieve English test. Watch carefully, please. As you see here, by the end of this video or review, you're going to identify what EmSAT stands for, score validity, and target subjects. You will know effectively, you will navigate effectively the sections of EmSAT test, how to answer the various sections with the EmSAT English Achieve, how to practice and improve your reading skills for EmSAT reading section, where to find additional resources for more practice. Okay?
Okay.
Facts about the EmSAT. You can log into the MOE website so that you would be able to register appointment for the EmSAT. How to register? Just log into registration website on the MOE. And here, this is very important, actually, descriptors. You said you need a score of over 109, 1,900, is it right?
Yes.
Yeah, that means you're supposed to be here in the proficient section, 1,625 to 1,975. This is the level as C1. This is advanced, actually. Inshallah, you need to do this. What you're going to do, that means you can understand a wide range of demanding longer texts and recognize implicit meaning, and you can express yourself fluently and spontaneously without much obvious searching for expressions, and you can use language flexibly and effectively for social, academic, and professional purposes. So that means you need to score high in the EmSAT.
Yes, I need.
What about writing? If you want to score C1 or C1 plus or over C2 for writing, that means you can select. I can see all of it, but if you make it bigger, yes, here you can select from a broad range of languages to express yourself clearly without having to restrict what you want to express. You have got command of broad lexical repertoire, including idioms and colloquialisms, occasional minor slips, no significant vocabulary errors. You consistently maintain a high degree of grammatical accuracy, error-free. So you need to score all of these so that you reach the C1 level. Well, what else do we have to do?
إن شاء الله نقدر عليها.
Inshallah, Muhammad, inshallah. EmSAT Achieve English, they are test duration like 125 minutes approximately. Over like maybe an hour is 60 minutes, right? So over maybe 2 hours. Okay.
Yes.
Questions are you're gonna have like 110 questions, including one essay. So one essay writing. Understand, Muhammad? You're gonna have to write at least 250 words, one page, maybe three or four paragraphs, short paragraphs. This will be an essay writing format. That means it's not one paragraph, more than 2 paragraphs. Okay, at least 4.
Okay.
Content areas: grammar. You'll be tested on grammar, vocabulary, reading, and writing. The type of questions, you're gonna have like multiple choices, fill in the blanks, drag and drop, essay, reading, and sentence reordering. Okay. So this is EmSAT English Achieve, which is divided into multiple sections. As you can see, different sections for grammar, vocabulary, reading, and writing. Good. For example, section 1, grammar. Question would be like this, Muhammad. You need to select the correct word or words to complete a sentence. For example, can you read the example, Muhammad?
I can't start early or work late. My hours are flexibility. C.
Number C. I
Yes.
agree with you. That's C. What? Yes, C is correct. Why C is correct? Yes. But we need adjective. My hours are. We need adjective to modify the word hours. So my hours are. Which is adjective here? C is adjective. What about A, Muhammad? It's a noun, right? A is
flexibility.
Noun. Flexibility. What about
yes.
B?
Yes.
Flexibly. Flexibly is an adverb. We can't use an adverb here. What we need is adjective, flexible.
Yes.
So you see all the choices are derivatives from the word flexible, adjective. Okay. Yes. So we have flexible, adjective, flexibly, adverb, and flexibility, noun. What we need is adjective. That's why C is correct, right?
Yes. Yes.
Good. Let's get another example. We are revising the grammar section. There's another type of question. These are the grammar domains you need to be familiar with. Yeah, we're gonna get another question according to these domains. One domain is agreement, like a verb tense agreement, articles and determiners, qualifiers, intensifiers, pronouns, idioms, prepositions, verb forms, questions, models, conditionals, gerunds, conjunctions, phrasal verbs, comparatives and superlatives, word order, parts of speech, discourse, markers. These are the domains which will be covered in the grammar section of your test. Yes, what is this question? Think idioms. Think outside the box. Idioms, what's the problem with the idioms is that the meaning is collective. You cannot understand the meaning of the statement by separating words. You have to take it in like as a package. So it doesn't take
Yes.
it literally. So a word itself does not give the meaning of the whole phrase. For example, this is, can you read this example, please, Muhammad? This is okay?
This is okay, but not very orangely. You are really
Original.
need to original. You are really need to think outside the box.
Think outside the box is an expression, right? Where is the
Yes.
box and what am I inside so that I would think outside? It's like a metaphoric language. Think outside the box. What does it mean? We have A, B, C, and D. What do you think, Muhammad?
Think possibility.
In a positive way or
Yes.
in a creative way?
حيرتني يا
Let's discard C and D. You don't think C and D, the choice will be C or D, right? So we will
yes.
forget about C and D. Now we're going to choose
Yes.
between A and B. Is it be creative, a creative thinker, or think in a positive way? I think being creative. Yeah, being creative. Find an idea which no other people can think of it. You know, find
Yes.
something which is not traditional or conventional, not ordinary, right? So for example,
You're
how
right.
can we ran out of water. We need water, but there's no mall, no store, no shops around us. How can we fix this problem? There's no water. We don't have enough water at home. Now, if somebody says, okay, let's recycle the water we have. This is not thinking outside the box. This is like traditional thinking. Ordinary, something
Yes.
ordinary, but someone would bring out a brilliant idea. Like what? Can you think of a brilliant idea or creative one and try to do something abnormal? The normal people won't be able to do or may not think of doing. What about idioms here? Another example of idioms. Can you read this, please, Muhammad?
Okay. Do not worry about the test. It is a
A piece of cake.
piece of cake.
What does it mean to
Piece of
be
cake.
for if I say something is a piece of cake? Can you do this? Can you let's say jump over the from Eiffel Tower, or let's say, can you jump from the bridge? You can say it's a very easy task. It's a piece of cake. What does it mean? Piece of cake.
It's very easy.
Very easy. So you can say
Yes.
it's very easy, but some people tend to use idioms because idioms are very famous. You can also say it's piece of cake. Well, let's get more. We'll get more examples. What
صح,
about
it's very easy.
phrasal verbs? Yeah, it's very easy, means a piece of cake. Here,
Yes.
oh yeah, let's get back to this. Here are some phrases. I'm afraid I cannot get back, maybe. Anyway, what about conditions? Conditionals. Here we go. Just a minute, Muhammad. It's not responsive. Well, let's think of the answer for this question. Can you read A, please, Muhammad? If
I
I
don't
don't,
fill up, I will stop.
yeah, if I don't fill up petrol, the car will
Petrol,
stop.
the car will stop. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's true. If I don't
A.
do something, the car will
Will
stop.
stop. Yes.
Yeah. What about 2? Could be right. Let me see B. I'm being number B. Can you read it?
Okay. If I didn't filled up, the car didn't stop.
I don't use didn't and didn't. Second part should be what? Would, right?
Yes.
So the second part should be the car would stop. If I didn't
Yes.
fill up, but I don't say I didn't filled up. This is a grammar mistake here also. Didn't and filled, ed. Do you see this?
Yes. Yes, I see this.
Another reason why I cannot choose B. This is how you should figure out the choices and make sure of your answer. So we understand now A is the only answer here.
Yes.
Easy? Easy, right? Let's continue.
Yes, I see. Easy.
Other types of grammar section. You're gonna come up with drag and drop, like this question, Muhammad, drag and drop. You need to drag the correct word, for example, and complete this sentence. There's also drag and drop for a whole sentence. You need to reorder the words to make up a complete, meaningful sentence, okay? So the previous one is
okay.
Drag and drop to complete a sentence. You have already a sentence, but the second part is what, Muhammad? You will build up a whole sentence. My younger brother, I need to make a meaningful sentence from all the words here. So I will rearrange the words to make a whole sentence, complete sentence. This is another type of grammar. What about vocabulary? Vocabulary section is very important, Muhammad. We need to make a lot of practice, get a lot of practice and do, as they say, practice makes perfect. Practice a lot of vocabulary-based tests. I'm going to give you a lot of resources for this purpose. What are expected? For example, can you read here this sentence?
ما أشوف انعدل يا دكتور.
You cannot see it. Let me try to read it for you. Listen carefully, Habibi. At the game finished, people in the crowd jumped over the what and ran onto the field to hug the players. So at the game finished, people in the crowd jumped over the what and ran onto the field to hug the players. They ran over. You need to imagine it so that you'll be able to choose the correct word. The game, there was a match between team A and team B. Once the game or the match finished, people, you know, jumped over the what, and what do you think?
عطني الخيارات بس ما اشوف.
Inflation. Jumped over the inflation and ran onto the field, or jumped over the barrier and ran into, or jumped over the hill, or jumped over the dilemma. What do you think? Have you ever been to a match, a football match before? Have you ever to let's say a playground and watching a match between two different teams, and you reached the point when the game was over, and there's a kind of divide between the player, the court, the football court itself, and people watching, viewers, right?
Yes.
So spectaculars, there's something they are getting away from, or let's say trapped away from the players by something of like fence. This kind of fence which keeps the spectaculars or viewers away from the football court. What's that? What do you call it? In Arabic, we call it حاجز. حاجز in Arabic.
حاجز, yes.
Yeah. Which one is has this meaning? Jump over what?
Wait, so jump over.
You know? تخطى الحواجز.
اقرا لي الإجابات مرة ثانية.
Barrier. The answer would be barrier. Okay, Muhammad, number B. Barrier is
يعني حاجز بالإنجليزي.
Yes.
بالعربي حاجز صح؟
Yeah. Barrier. They jumped over the barrier and ran onto the field, football field, to hug the players. Okay. Well, so how do you know this? Always a clue to find out or figure out which is the correct word. The clue here: jump over what? It must be a kind of barrier or fence, or something dividing or separating spectaculars from the field, the football field, or the players. This kind of separation is called barrier. So we cannot use jump over inflation or hill or dilemma. Let's continue and see the other kind of questions. Yeah, also another example of vocabulary. I think you can read this clearly, Muhammad. Read it. You need.
You need to leave school early.
Yeah. To leave school early. Leaving
Yes.
school. What should you do when you want to leave school before the school day ends? I think you need to go to your own teacher or go to principal and ask for what?
Ask for
Yes.
yes.
Do you understand this in Arabic? You want to go to
أنا
the principal or your teacher and say, hey, dear principal or my dear teacher, I need to go right now. I have something urgent. It's a kind of emergency case. I have to meet, my mom is waiting for me. I need to go right now. Sorry for that. And your teacher, okay, you can go. Or principal, what does it mean? What is the thing the teacher gave you? He said, you can go. Go. What is it? You need to what? You need what? Permission, profit, presence, priority. Have you ever met any of these words? Yes, huh?
Yes.
Which one?
Priority.
Priority. Well, in this case, you need to revise more and try to study more about vocabulary. I'm going to give you some resources for this. But permission, we get a permission. We need a permission to do something which we should not do, or we're not permitted to do at a specific point of time or whatever. Or we get permission from people with authority.
لكن
yes,
دكتور أنا أفهم لكن فيه نقطات يعني في كلمات أنا ما أفهمها بس إني عارف أقرأ عرفت أنا وصلها المرحلة يعني أفهم أي حد يتكلم إنجليزي لكن في مرحلات ما أفهمها.
I understand, but many of the language vocabulary words are related to contexts, and this is how you build up or construct your own vocabulary bank. You need to live or put yourself in context, different contexts. For example, this is a context. You need what to leave school early. The word early means this is not normal leaving or normal quitting of school. So
يعني شيء مبكر.
Yep, that means you need to get a leave or permission. It's like they say take a ticket. لازم تاخد تذكرة خروج. Understand? So this is
عذر يكون معك.
Yeah, عذر, yeah. So this is called permission to leave. Permission to leave.
Yes.
Good. This is another type of question. One more example is about vocabulary. Can you read this, please? Oh, let's get back, please.
Before we
yeah, can you read this, please?
Before we rush any
conclusions.
الكلمة الرابعة ما فهمتها شوي. Conclusions we need to
read again carefully.
Reach any
conclusions.
Before we reach any conclusions, we need to the cross of the
accident.
Okay.
So you need to read again. Make sure you read it correctly, because if you make any mistake reading a word, it may change the meaning. For example, before we reach any conclusions, we need to what? The causes of the accident. Again, read carefully. Before we reach any conclusions, we need to do what? The causes of the accident. We need to ensure the causes, extend the causes, determine the causes, or deny the causes. What do you think? Before there's an accident, as you can see from this picture, Muhammad, you need to decide and to take conclusions so that you will fix any problems, results from this accident. But you need to know why there was an accident, why the accident happened.
Yes.
What do you mean to decide about the causes? Decide about the causes means what? Another word for the meaning decide. Another word, decide on the causes. We need to decide on the causes of the accident. Means identify, to find out, to know. Which one means to know, to decide, On.
Extended.
Extend
D.
means to make something longer, to extend the time. If some, for example, the assignment, the deadline for the assignment or assignment submission is today night, but it's too late, you're afraid that it's too late, you cannot do it within the deadline. So you need to call your teacher or email or text your teacher, ask them for extension. Ask them for extension of the deadline. So the teacher said, okay, Muhammad, you can submit your assignment tomorrow morning, not today evening. Oh, hooray, like it, thank you, dear teacher. You extended the deadline of this assignment. What's mean extend the deadline? To make it longer, give you more time, understand? So we do not extend causes, yes, but we find out the causes. We decide on the causes. B is not the correct answer. So I will discard A and D. Ensure the causes? No. We ensure? No, we don't say ensure the causes. Deny the causes? Nope, we don't deny. So we determine the causes. نحدد الأسباب. Understand?
Yes, I understand.
You need more practice. You need practice, Muhammad. You need practice.
Yes, I need more.
Yeah, you need to practice a lot of context. Inshallah. So context-based, you need to put words in context. Don't memorize words. Don't learn words from dictionaries. No, this is not a good way of learning language or building up your own bank of vocabulary. What you need to do, read a lot and annotate any text you read and try to figure out the meaning, main idea, and relate, connect words to each other so that you get the whole meaning. Make words express themselves in a context. This is the only way you can acquire or build up vocabulary, understand the meaning of words. Okay. Also, you can relate the words to the context, to the words around them. So we say causes of accident and conclusion, draw conclusion. That means we determine the causes. Next one, Muhammad, we don't want to run out of time. So it's now, yeah, 6:50. Another section is close. A close is like fill in the gaps. You're gonna get a box of words, as you see here, this table of words. Sometimes you have extra words. So the number of words and the numbers of gaps, there's extra word. There are extra words. So you don't have to choose every single word and put in different gaps. You have to do to figure out which word is suitable for which place. All that you need to do here, Muhammad, you need to, for example, gap 1, you need to start from the beginning of the sentence until you reach the first full stop. This full stop. If you can still cannot decide which word should use, you continue reading the second or following part of the text. Okay, let's try the first one. America's movie. Can you read it, Muhammad?
American's movie
began life.
ما أشوف أنا عدل والله يا دكتور.
I'm gonna read it for you. American movie began life over movies industry began life over 100 years ago in New York. Talking about what? American movie industry.
Movies.
Hollywood. Okay.
Yes.
But by 1910, movie makers wanted to find a better what? In New York, everything was too expensive.
Better location.
Movie makers wanted to find a better what? We say a better advantage, location, miles, number, shine, climate, connect, taxes, disappear, entertain, huge. So we have some words. We need word and noun, right? We have climate, number, sunshine, taxes. We cannot say taxes because we need a better singular. So location for what? Let me see. In New York, this is where in New York. Everything was too expensive. Well, workers, land. In addition, it was difficult to make movies in winter because of the cold what? Cold climate, of course. And here workers, land, and what else? Location. Yes, the second word would be a better sunshine. So we say in New York, everything was too expensive. Workers, for example, workers, land, and what else? So here I think, yeah. So here we can say location, right? Land and location was expensive, but the first one wouldn't be to find a better what?
sunshine.
A better sunshine? With about weather?
Better.
Yeah, so first of all, movie industry began life over 100 years ago in New York, but by 1910, movie makers wanted to find a better number, advantages, no climate, location, miles, sunshine, taxes. So you can get location, a better location, or a better climate for that. So we can choose between location or climate. So if I think it would be land and climate. So it would be better location. Yeah, could be location, first one. But we need to read all the text and then figure out the meaning. Okay, let's say to find a better location. Okay, in New York, for example, everything was expensive. Yeah, we compare between New York and another place like California. So next paragraph, the small city of Los Angeles. Yes, we need to move to another location, man. Well done. So moved from New York to where, Muhammad? Los Angeles. Your choice is correct, to find a better location. What about next one? In New York, everything was too expensive. Like what? For example, workers. Too expensive. Workers, land, and what else? What do you say here? And this was difficult to make movies in winter because of the cold climate. Last one would be climate. So what about land? And what was expensive? What do you think? Everything was too expensive. Workers, land, and what? So we say taxes?
No, taxes.
Yes, taxes.
Yes or no?
Yes,
taxes. Land taxes.
What's the meaning of taxes? No. Workers, one example. Another example, land. Another example, taxes were expensive. So it gives you examples. Everything was too expensive, right? Like what? Give me. Workers were expensive. Land were expensive. Taxes were too much expensive. What's the meaning of tax, Muhammad? Taxes. Tax. Value added tax. When you buy something, okay, you're gonna pay the original price and taxes added to taxes. What do you mean taxes? ضرائب. ضريبة. Okay, Muhammad?
Okay.
Yep, ضرائب. Yeah, sometimes you get to buy like ضريبة عالية جدا, like 10%, or maybe almost half the price. A lot of taxes actually. So taxes are expensive in New York. And so on. You need to, okay, well, the tips I want to give you, you need to find the words, and if you're not sure, okay, this could be the correct answer, but I'm not sure. Okay, make a cross over this word to say, I choose this for this place, okay, for this gap. You need to fill in the gap. You need for gap number 4, this word for gap number 4, and continue reading. Maybe the same word is more suitable for another gap or another place. And this is how you figure out which is more suitable for which place. Okay, Muhammad? All that you need for close reading, try to fill in the gaps with whatever suitable word you may think of. And after that, when you finish all, of course, you will be more sure about some words. And for the others, you can try to figure out if it's suitable for a place or not. So you see, like we have to come back and come back in front here to make sure which word is the first one, which is the second, why the third should be climate, and so on, until we decide on the correct word. Close is a little bit difficult, but with more practice, you will be able to do it. may be time consuming. Another type of text is reading. Extended reading. There are 3 texts actually. We're gonna come up with 3 texts, Muhammad. The texts are approximately 450 words. Okay, one may come from a website. Other 2 texts may be describing a situation, maybe telling a story, or a combination of both. Okay, I think we're gonna just describe this video, and we're gonna stop for now. We don't want to take a long time for this session. Extended reading type, we will be tested on the, you'll be tested on the following reading skills. You need to practice reading skills like main idea, identify the main idea, understand the facts, find the meaning of an unfamiliar word from context clues, making inferences, identify what the pronoun refer to. For example, I got some paper, more paper from the groceries. You know, I got it from him. It refers to what? The pronoun it refers to what? You need to figure out what the connection between pronouns and what they refer to. It's called pronoun reference. Text coherence. How clear is the text? And consequence means the order of events. Sometimes we say which event comes before the other. Put the events in order according to the text. تضع الأحداث اللي تم في النص حسب ترتيب ورودها في النص. This is called sequencing. Okay, Muhammad? Well, hello, are you there? Okay. This is an example of the text you may find. With a text on one side and the question on the other side. All that you need, because this is computer-based, you're going to take the correct answer. You will read the question and read the choices and find the key words in the question, try to, or something similar to these keywords actually, and find them in the text.
Yes.
Okay. Well, what's next?
Okay, that's good.
Understanding facts and so on. Another type of question, the same thing here. You're going to get like maybe 5 or 6 question here. What kind of animal is a tamarin? Is it a squirrel, a lizard, a monkey, or a lion? So you need to find the word. What's the main word here, Muhammad? What kind of animal is a tamarin? The main word is this.
Tamarin.
Yeah, this is a kind of animal. I don't know what kind of animal is it actually, but you need to figure out from the text. Find the word tamarin here. Yes. Where is it? In which paragraph here? Which paragraph is it? Can you find this? Can you figure out where? So we see here, you see this 1, 2, 3, third paragraph. Tamarins, and so on. Hawks, cats, and large snakes are the main predators of golden lion tamarins. So what's that? Golden lion tamarins. Huh. Is it a squirrel, lizard, or monkey or lion?
Fine.
D. That's it. How do you know, Muhammad? Because golden lion tamarins.
Lion.
Yeah, lion. Yes. Very good. This is how you figure, even though you don't know the meaning of this word, but it's a kind of lions. نوع من الأسود. Well,
هذه سهلة بس الكلمات اللي أركبها اللي فوق شوية أنا فيها بس إني أقدر أطلع من هذا لكل أسئلة. بس إن شاء الله بتدرب معك يا دكتور.
Yeah, we'll get more practice. Don't worry about this. We'll figure out the meaning of words based on the context they are in. Another text would be like this. You see? Here but by the way, you observe that the questions are numbered, you see, from 1 to 25, for example. This is another text here. You see, we moved from text 1 to text 2 and so on. All that you need to, all that you see here, the text is on your left and the question on your right. What about this? This is a writing section. Maybe the last part of this EmSAT exam. There is only one writing task. You have to write between 200 to 250 words. Okay, Muhammad? You need to type it correctly. You will submit it by typing. You need to be fast typist. here we go, write 200, 250 words on the following topic. All that you need to do, Muhammad, what? Read the prompt carefully. Read it carefully. Can you read the prompt? Can you see it? Or shall I read it for you?
Most deliver.
I'm going to read it for you, Muhammad. Listen carefully. In most developed countries, people are living longer lives. In where underdeveloped or developed, in Europe, for example, America, most developed countries, people are living longer lives. This is the theme, let's say, the theme center or topic center of this prompt. Discuss.
أكل الصحي وغيره.
Sorry, Muhammad, what did you say?
يقول من
healthy food, of course, healthy food and healthy lifestyle. We just eat and sleep. We don't exercise. They exercise every time. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Discuss the positive and negative effects on a society of people living longer. There's not a point talking about living leading a healthy lifestyle or not. The point is you need to consider the positive effects and negative effects on a society of people living longer. You see, like people living over the average age is 60 or 50. People maybe live out to maybe 85 or 90. What is the negative effect on the society for people
يزداد عدد السكان يزيد.
This is our much less than births. When death rates become much less than birth rate, it would be dangerous actually on the society.
والإيجابيات الأكل الصحي وغيره.
You don't have to talk about exercising, about healthy food. Don't have to talk about this. The question is specific about what the negatives, the negative effects and positive effects. You need to have two aspects actually. One paragraph on introducing the topic and give express the points we're going to cover, the ideas, and one paragraph talking about the negative, and another talking about the positive effects, and the third paragraph, or let's say fourth paragraph, would be the conclusion. You know, if you can mix between which is more advantageous or less advantageous for the society.
دكتور ينفع اني اسوي شخطه واكتب الايجابيات والسلبيات واكتب الايجابيات كلهن واكتب السلبيات كلهن ولا لازم اكتب ورا بعض يعني كلمات ورا بعض؟
There are different formats for writing. You can write point by point. You know, first point is negative, talk about negatives, negative effects, you know, and give examples, give details, and then talk about positive effects in a different paragraph, and then give another paragraph for your own analysis of this or the implication you think for this positive effects, and then a third or fourth paragraph for the conclusion. You can you know, write in a point by point, you know, format, or you can mix them together. In one paragraph you talk about negative and link it to the positive at the same time, and discuss both sides in one paragraph, and then discuss for example, you can give let's say phenomena, talk about description of positive and negative effects of having people living longer time, description of this, and then analyze the effects, the negative and positive effects, analyze and give example details, and then give your opinion. What do you think, which is more advantageous than the other? Give your opinion on the third paragraph or whatever. Okay, so you can mix them together in one paragraph and then discuss with more detail later on, or you can talk about one paragraph for negative and another for positive effects, and one for your analysis and examples and support details, or you may give your opinion during this paragraph, and finally you rephrase, or let's say you wrap up the main points and the conclusion part. So there are different formats for writing. We will discuss this later, Muhammad. Don't rush yourself. Okay, but the most important thing, Muhammad, here is to use a mind map. to find the ideas related to the topic and stay focused. You must use a mind map.
Yes.
100%. Draw a mind map of how you would answer this question and discuss it in groups. I mean, of course, this is not groups. This is only for training. Discuss this with yourself. Try to find some ideas. Put the ideas in you know, bubbles or boxes. The main idea in the middle, in center part, the main idea, and then get like arrows and bubbles. Write different ideas, and after that you can discard or remove the irrelevant idea and keep it focused. This is how you use a mind map. After you draw up a mind map, shouldn't take much time, Muhammad. You need to watch your time. If this is, for example, 30 minutes, you can do a mind map within like 3 or 4 minutes maximum. Understand, Muhammad? Don't waste a lot of time mind mapping. You need to be quick, write quickly. Okay, this is all about the different parts of the exam, EmSAT exam. Okay, and that's it. I think we can move on to this other parts. Okay, Muhammad, this was the video. Here are a lot of websites for practice. You can practice live worksheet. Let me give you the live worksheet for practice, Muhammad. And you can do this on your own, inshallah, anytime. And till the next session, inshallah, الحصة القادمة, next session, you will be able to, you know, practice more, and you will give me your results. I will see your results here. Where is EmSAT? Yeah, EmSAT content. Yeah, let me share the link with you before you go, Muhammad. This is the end of this session today. I'm going to give you a live worksheet practice. Yeah, this one. Muhammad, would you please click on this and make sure you can access this part? Thank you, Muhammad. And this is the end of this preparation course.
بغي بس كتابة وفي كلمات أنا مو بحافظنها، عرفت دكتور؟ لو أحفظها خلاص.
Well, I will show next session, inshallah. الحصة القادمة would be tomorrow, inshallah.
إن شاء الله. عندي أضاف في القراية.
I will give you resources. أعطيك مصادر, resources, places where you can practice the different sections of the test. We will practice like writing, grammar. You will know how to practice different chapter 3, for example, here. Practice grammar, reading, writing. You know, we have different. You can also find placement tests on Quell, diagnostic writing. So tomorrow, inshallah, you will know more about how to get yourself ready for the exam. Okay? Thank you, Muhammad. We'll decide which time is good for you and me. Okay, man?
اوكي. تبان باكر نبدا بعد المغرب ولا الحين نفس هذا الوقت؟
It would be, I think it would be better to have the same time. Maybe 6 o'clock is okay tomorrow.
Okay, نصبر.
Inshallah, we'll be on time. Thank you, Muhammad. Have a nice day. Assalamu alaikum.
عليك السلام.